it's essential for you as a shooter to dry fire. But that puts wear on the gun. Yeah, it does put wear on the gun. You are putting machine things together. Mechanical parts are working. They are going to wear against one another. Yes, you're wearing the gun. Are you wearing the gun out? You might eventually. Well, we don't want to do that. That's an expensive, it's an expensive gun. But dry firing is essential to you as a shooter. One, you can do dry fire in places that you can't do live fire. You can dry fire at your house. You can set up a safe place at your house where you can dry fire. You don't have to shoot. You can do about 80, maybe even up to 90% of what you need to do shooting-wise, dry fire. Okay, you don't actually have to make the gun go bang to get a lot of value out of training. Well, people are like, well, the whole wear, the wear. All right, when you drive your car, do you put wear on your tires? Oh, wait. Yeah, of course you do, right? So, how much does a good set of tires cost? $800? What's a good gun cost? About $800, all right? So, I need to go places, right? So I'm gonna have to drive my car. I'm not gonna leave the car sitting in the driveway because I don't want to put wear on the tires. I'm gonna have to drive it places. Do you want to become a better shooter? Yeah, well then I'm gonna have to put wear on a gun. That's as simple as that. If you want to become a good shooter, you have got to practice shooting. And a large part of your practice should be dry firing. So you're gonna have to practice dry firing. You're gonna have to lay in the prone position. You're gonna have to work the gun, and you're gonna have to dry fire. I want you to dry fire here. After this class is over, if you have a firearm, and you can do it safely, dry fire home. What I mean by safely, whatever room you're dry firing in should not have any ammo, period, end of discussion. In that room, at all, no ammo, all right? Ammo needs to be gone. You can set up a position for you to dry fire. Ideally, if you have a house or a basement, something that has cinder block or concrete walls and stuff, and you can point at that. That way, even if you are stupid and you somehow know their magic around into the gun, you're shooting into a concrete wall, better, okay? But you need to have the gun pointed in a safe direction, no ammo in that room, and just dry fire, okay? You can practice all the positions we're gonna do in here. You can practice eventually if you're gonna do self-defense stuff with a handgun. You can practice drawing the gun out of the handgun, presenting to a target, drawing, presenting, reloads. You can do all kinds of stuff like that, dry fire, and not ever have to pull the trigger on a live gun and make it go bang. Saves ammo, saves money that way, but it also builds skill for you. Dry fire, dry fire, dry fire. It's essential. I don't care what other people tell you. Where's the gun? Yeah. But I guarantee if you find somebody that's got a pristine gun, they don't know how to shoot it. Okay? Not in every case, of course, but largely people that spend a whole lot more of their energy into keeping their guns pristine don't know how to shoot them. I'd rather see somebody that's got a gun that's got lots of wear on it. That guy probably knows how to use it. Right, there's an old adage, beware of the man that has only one gun, because he probably knows how to use that one gun. All right? A step up from dry firing is called the ball and dummy drill. Ball and dummy drill. Ball meaning live ammo, dummy ammo meaning ammo that doesn't fire. When you dry fire, here's the thing. Dry firing will get you really, really close to where you need to be as a shooter. Okay, when you pull the trigger, you should not put anything extra on the gun. But what we have happen is you can dry fire, and it be perfect. And then when you go to shoot, you screw up. Why are you screwing up when you go to shoot? You are doing that because you're not stupid. Okay, your brain knows the difference between when I'm dry firing, it's just going to click. But when I'm really shooting, it's going to be loud. It's going to go bang. There's going to be a little bit of recoil. Mind you, these things don't kick hardly at all. But if it gets to be more intimidating when you shoot guns that have greater recoil, because you're anticipating the recoil. You're anticipating the gun kicking. Once again, these won't kick. But if you're shooting something that has more kick, you're thinking, well, when I pull this trigger, boom, it's going to kick me. And so what happens is, as I get ready to pull the trigger, I go, all right, I'm going to get the kick right. And when I pull the trigger, I do that. I flinch. Okay, okay? Some people actually close their eyes. You gotta keep your eyes open, all right? So slow, steady squeeze on the trigger. You have got to focus on the fundamentals of marksmanship. You cannot think about anything else. Every shot you fire has to be just like a dry fire shot. Even though you know the gun's gonna fire, you still have to treat it like it's just a dry fire. It's just gonna go click, it's just gonna go click, it's just a dry fire. Have your head in it. The ball and dummy drill, what that allows you to do is you don't know if the gun's gonna go click or bang, okay? With a bolt action rifle like this, it's really easy to do if you'll have a partner load it for you. So you stay in a position, you have a guy here, he's working the bolt, you close your eyes, he loads it, but you don't know if he's really loaded it or not, all right? So when you pull the trigger, you don't know if it's gonna go bang or click, all right? And what will happen is a good partner will dry fire, dry fire, dry fire, dry fire, bang! Okay, and he'll surprise you by slipping one in there. Okay, now you've got a little flinchy, so you dry fire, dry fire, dry fire, dry fire, dry fire, dry fire, bang! And he'll slip another one in there. And then he might do 2 or 3 in a row to kind of get you flinchy again, and then dry fire. And that first one that comes up dry fire, after he gets you, he'll put a live one, a live one, a live one, and then when the next one's dry fire, you'll see yourself do that again. You'll flinch. All right, and so just keep working at it until when you're expecting it to go bang, you still don't flinch. Okay? You still slow, steady squeeze and let the gun go off. Don't force the gun to go off. You let the gun go off. Ball and dummy drill, huge help. Okay? There's a huge mental component to this. Okay? When you're shooting, you're going to build a bubble of focus around that front sight. Okay? When your eye is focused on that front sight, you're going to build a mental bubble around yourself, a concentration bubble that is what makes this all enjoyable, I think. Okay? That focus, when you are shooting correctly and you are in that bubble of focus, the rest of the world goes away for a while. All right? I know with all the madness that we've got going on in the world right now, it would be good to be able to come someplace and make that all go away. It really is. You'll see in some of my videos, I call it rifle yoga. It is really like that, all right? You are getting in weird positions, I'm going to show you. You're going to be concentrating your mind on doing something. So it's very meditative if you'll use it that way. Your focus on the front sight, thinking about your shots, making shots, the whole world collapses down into what I'm doing right here, right now. If you do that, you'll shoot fantastically. If you're distracted, you're not going to shoot as well. Okay? So the first few days, you're just learning the stuff, but once you kind of get a feel for the stuff, then we're going to be trying to work on that focus. Okay? Rifle yoga, clear your mind, focus on the front sight, concentrate on the fundamentals, and put bullets more accurately than you think possible. Okay, so do that. I will review the safety stuff right now, just because you can never hear it enough. Ignorance and carelessness, 2 causes of firearms accidents. 3 gun safety rules: muzzle in the safe direction, finger off the trigger, keep your gun unloaded until ready to use. Treat all guns as if they're loaded. Doesn't matter if you know they're not. Still treat it muzzle in the safe direction, finger off the trigger, unloaded until ready to use. Okay? Got any questions? Email me. Be safe.